Oh, this... maybe? Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No, 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 no. I've never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use last very best bottle, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Trivia.
Huh? Quoi? But I only ever use this bottle for my aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. L visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day.
He can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results right here. The contents of the bottle match a prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. Glenn Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Monsieur.
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
No.
Oh, order! Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elg?
Never. I could not do such a horrible thing.
No. Mr. Godot.
Yes, please. Every time, man. Every fucking time. The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always cut down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend?
Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me now. Hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor.
Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish.
I am only going to ask you once. Did you do it?
No, no, no. Absolutely no.
Let's hear it. You've got one shot, right, Gramps?
Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. As does my gavel.
Oh, oui, it is clear.
What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
Now, the confession.
It is true. I hid la body in la kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
Yeah, we're getting to the bottom of it.
You were forced? By who?
I cannot say. I will be erased.
Let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table?
There was...
There we go.
There was another man.
I knew it.
Maggie was telling the truth.
You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright.
There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. I made myself some bone armor. Ooh, nice. The confession. It is true, I hid the body in the kitchen. Did you carry the body by yourself? Oui, I carried him, and I carried Maggie too. Maggie too? When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her there.
But why did you hit the bodies?
I got my boy Kelvin over here building a house. I mean, forced me to do it. I had no choice. What man? Who was he? No, I cannot say. I fear for my life. He's really scared. You'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick. Yeah, you're right. If you won't tell me, I'll tell him.
But why would you go along with this man?
Protecting him, got down once, but I killed the fucker that on him. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. And what reason will that be, Mr. Armstrong? You know, monsieur. Yes? Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment. A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I just have to prove it with evidence. But I did not kill him, I swear it. You must believe me. So you are claiming that all you did was hide the bodies, is that correct? Oui, that's right.
If we are to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make it clear the identity of the men who ordered you to do this.
He's already confessed this much. He might as well stop dancing around the real issues. Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is. Then suck it to him, Nick. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yep. This with the loan contract. There we go. You have $500,000 debt, don't you?
$500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong?
Oui, je suis désolé. I was weak and borrowed la money. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. Oui, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, la tiger. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On la day in question, he was meeting la victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried la body in line conscious Maggie out of la dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre.
I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable.
Mr. Godot, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
$30.
What?
The trial will go on. I'll see it to myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more.
How the...
don't sit back and relax yet, try it. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way.
Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30 minutes recess.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired. I didn't sleep much today, unfortunately. I'm good. I'm good to go though. At least to finish this trial. Should have taken a nap. January 8, 1:21 PM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 1.
So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know what if what he testified is the truth.
You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know, but if that's the line of the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need.
Hey, pal.
Are you coming to save us, Gumshoe? Detective Gumshoe!
What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your head's standing on end.
Hey, that's about calling the kettle black, little Miss Topknot.
It's not a top knot.
Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, alright? I can stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kinda get wound up. Ah!
No kidding.
You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything.
Well,
Hey, I'm gonna take a job back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you've got an hour.
An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then.
But Nick, we still don't have a real decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour?
You bet.
In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? The bottle? If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this?
Oh, hey, that's the small bottle I gave you back this morning, right?
Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on belong to.
Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me too.
Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe.
Okay, I'll get this off the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back.
This is pretty much a final showdown, I guess.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys.
Alright, here we go. January 8, 1:56 PM, District Court, courtroom number 4. Yeah. We're gonna pin this guy.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find this Furio Tigre?
I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem.
Tamed him?
The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites.
Very well, please show Mr. Tigre to the stand.
Oh shit, he is not happy to be here right now.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. Ah!
He is so not happy.
Ah! Don't hide under the table, Maya. Unless there is a room for me down there too?
Would you mind?
What'd you say to me?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing, honest.
Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge?
I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me in the soul? Was it you, Spiky?
No, of course not. It was the judge. Oh shit.
Your Honor?
Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it?
Fucking hell.
don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
That's it, we're doomed.
Maybe you just didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here?
There's no need to shout. We can all hear you.
What'd you say?
There's no point in struggling. There's no point in struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in.
Dar.
That's too cool. Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct?
Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mass boy.
You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird?
Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Oh, of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then? Please, tell us about what you did on the day of the murder.
Phoenix, right?
You's the one who set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled at the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe I should have brought the diaper with me today.
Get a grip, Nick.
Look who's talking. The tiger's alibi.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. I got wills lined up to borrow for cash from Tenderlander every single day. Used to wanna check my alibi just as Violetta. At last I found my pen. Very well done, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no liar. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins.
Lowlife? Me?
Listen up, Smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you's gonna borrow the cash from me.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign.
And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger.
Huh. I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute. That's really not.
This witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side, and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too.
Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. He's better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant parsing of a witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay.
You can do it, Nick.
Come out from under there already, would you, Maya?
So, what do we got here? Let me see first of all.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. I got wills lined up to borrow cash from Tenderlander every single day. Used wanna check my alibi, just as Violetta.
Pretty sure we should be able to press this. Since Violetta could be an accomplice, and was actually an accomplice. By Violetta, you're talking about the Cadaverini families?
Yeah. You don't wanna cross them, or you're just gonna wind up sleeping with the fishes. Once the Godfather finds out you've been dragging Violetta through the mud, he'll do you in.
Sorry, I couldn't quite put it all together towards the end there.
He said that just like Viola. He said that just like Viola, didn't he?
I get the feeling this might not be the right time to probe him about her. Nah, let's do it. Mr. Tigre,
what you want?
if you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. This is a dead end, right? And you know it. Remember the rules.
Pressing the witness without evidence to back up your attack is prohibited. As I said earlier, the court will impose a penalty for such behavior.
Wait, but it could be relevant, though.
Okay, mind I made for you here. You better remember that. If I miss that bus, someone's gonna pay.
It could have been fucking irrelevant, though. What? Oh my god, I'm tired. My eyes. Okay. Don't know nothing about no murder. So can I press them all and I just need to be careful on which ones I press harder? I don't buy that you haven't even heard of the incident that occurred at Trebien.
Haha, he's got a big mouth, right? He's trying to say I was on some mob hit. Is that what you're trying to say? Where's your proof then?
Evidence.
Yes, well, for an attorney to make an accusation in court, he must have evidence. That's from loan shark to lawyer, a beginner's guide, yeah? Ah, I see you're the studio stock, Mr. T-Guy. Very good.
Why don't you ask him to represent you sometime, right?
Yeah, what should I do?
Nah, this one... We have the fucking matchbox.
Mr. Tigre,
What do you want?
if you would mind going into a bit more detail? This is a dead end, right?
And you know it. Oh my god, really? Alright, let me load then, because I'm almost dead here. Okay. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know?
You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is.
Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini?
She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was. That seems like a rather, sketchy schedule. Yeah.
There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what? Okay, leave it and press the last one, I guess. It's dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. So I take it you get a lot of customers at your black market loan office.
It's tough for the little guys these days. Small businesses are feeling the pinch. Bosses of companies like that wanna get any good with me. I'm their best friend. I see. That's very admirable of you, witness. Yeah, well, tender lender's motto is win through compromise, you know. Win through compromise? What is that supposed to mean? Compromise the customer to win. That's what it means. You got it.
With best friends like you, who needs enemies?
Here, let me spell it out for you, Saul.
You don't pay me back within 3 days?
You don't pay me back within 3 days, Spikey. I take what's due, and you stupid hair. You follow what I'm saying.
But I'm not one of your customers. Should I ask more about Tenderlander? Sure. Why not? Mr. Tigre.
What do you want?
No, it's him. Okay. So can I not press anything? Do I just need to present evidence? Or... This one is the only one I haven't pressed harder yet, I think. So let's try it. Mr. Tigre, what you want? Yeah, same thing, okay. You can press your buttons in your controller. Thanks, very helpful. Oh shit, okay. No, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too?
Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me.
Oh right, because we have the fucking calendar. I forgot. Yeah.
I'd never seen that young kid before me. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please.
Mr. Tigre, the court asks you to add that last statement to your testimony. I don't know what you do without me.
I would be so lost. So fucking lost. Don't let an animal beat you. PM in your honor and ask him yourself.
That he's talking about. I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before.
You didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg, really?
I don't mess with the guppies when there are bigger fish to fry. What do you say, boss? Who? Me? How's about I hit you with a fat $200,000? Well, I was thinking about purchasing a nice car from Europe.
He's seriously considering this? Wow, the tiger's a really good salesman, huh? Yeah, and if I want to sell this case, I need to copy him.
How about you hit him with a fat piece of evidence, boss?
I wish it was that easy.
I got what's lined up.
Okay, so I know what I need to do. I will take a small break though, ads should start in about 2 minutes, so this will be a bit of a longer break. But yeah, about 5 minutes or so. I will be back after that. Just before we get into this. Yeah. We'll be right back.